Enemy MOAB incoming.
Hey guys and girls, how you all doing? It's Kirsty, as usual, with another gameplay commentary. And today, this is actually going to be the first ever episode of Your Topic, My Opinion, which is a new series that I've started, which involves you guys at home leaving the topic for the next commentary, which will be a once a week thing, in the bottom of the comments. And then the rest of you guys either vote up or vote down those comments to decide what will actually be the topic of the next one. So it just gives you guys a little bit of an outlet to be able to voice your opinions on what it is that you'd like to see or what you'd like me to talk about on my channel, just to add to a bit more interaction between me and you guys, because I really enjoy that and I know that you guys do too. So I figured the more interactive the better. So I am really trying to get this series to work, and that really does come down to you guys at home. I really need to thank all of you guys that did participate in last week's, all you guys that either gave comments or you actually thumbs up and thumbed down the comments that were up there, and that was great. And you guys are the ones that are going to keep this going. So I really hope that we could do this once again in the comments to come up with a topic for next week. Alright, now that that's all said, let's talk a little bit about this gameplay before I go further. This is actually a rather old gameplay. It's 6v6 domination, so it will be a little bit slow compared to some of the more recent stuff that you watch me post. I'm actually playing with a full party, so we do have quite equal amounts of kills. We all have quite reasonable gun game, so it's not going to be one or two people get all the kills and everyone else gets none. You'll notice that I'm actually running support as well, because I'm actually trying to just help other people in my team. I can get MOABs running pretty much any class, so I'm not really that concerned. As you'll see, I'm using the ultimate tryhard ACR, which is always good to use when you're not running specialist. It is a very solid gun, regardless, even with 2 attachments. And of course, it does have 2 attachments, and my perks would be Scavenger, Quick Draw, and Stalker. And my kill streaks are just the UAV and Ballistic Vest, just so that I can get them as quick as possible for my team. Alright, now we've gone through all that boring stuff, because this commentary is not going to be about the game whatsoever. It's actually going to be about the topic that was submitted in the comments last week that actually received the most number of thumbs up. And that comment was actually submitted by a user named Machete Puppy, who was actually a really cool guy. I actually know this guy on PSN. He's been a good friend of mine for a while. And thanks so much to him for supporting this. I knew he would. He's quite a solid dude. I'll be leaving his link in the description so that you guys can check him out also. He does a lot of sniping stuff and edits and montage stuff, things like that. Alright, so let's actually get on to this. The topic that was submitted by you guys as being the most popular topic for me to talk about was actually about cheating. Let's just give an actual definition of cheating before we go any further, because some people do see it a little bit differently. So for the purpose of this commentary, the definition of cheating is going to include sexual relations with someone who isn't your partner. So this can be things as simple as kissing, or things that are as obviously cheating as actually having sexual intercourse with someone who isn't your partner. And this does happen quite a bit in our society, and people do give a lot of reasons for their apparent indiscretions. You know, not happy with their relationship, lonely, misunderstood, something missing from their relationship, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, a lot of the time, these are just excuses. And men and women, they both cheat for quite different reasons at the end of the day in a lot of circumstances. And it is really hard to give exact reasons for these things occurring, because all people are different and all relationships are different. But at the end of the day, I can tell you a lot about why women often cheat. And the main reason that women often cheat is, one, that they're just not happy in their relationship, something sort of missing from their life. But at the end of the day, women tend to cheat up, whereas men tend to cheat around. And I will explain that a little bit more, what I actually mean by that. By women cheating up, what I mean is they tend to try and cheat with someone who they find is just better for their life, either more attractive, makes more money, treats them better, think they're going to have more of a better relationship. Women often cheat more because they feel the person that they're cheating with is going to be a better chance of a relationship. Whereas men often cheat more so just for the sex. They will have, they will often cheat more likely with multiple people that they have no interest in actually having a relationship with. Whereas women will often cheat in order to pursue the relationship with the next person. But at the end of the day, often cheating isn't something that people often intend to do, especially the first time that it happens. This is more talking about the first time, not your serial cheater who, has cheated on his partner a whole bunch of times. But often when it comes to that first encounter, people don't intend to cheat on their partner. Most people intend to stay faithful to their partner. But at the end of the day, a lot of emotions go through people's heads that they pretty much can't control. And these things are more likely to happen, I've found, when people have more of a close, dependent relationship on another person who isn't their partner, or they spend significant time around people that are interested, and also situations that really present that opportunity. A lot of people don't intend to cheat, but when they're put in a situation that presents that opportunity, and they're also presented with the opportunity that they mightn't get caught, then it is far more likely to happen. There are quite a few other factors that really influence people that are likely to cheat, and these particular people that are more likely to cheat than others. And I've found that some of these factors are, firstly, attractiveness, looks, money, status, things like that. So not necessarily physical attractiveness, but just things that someone might find appealing. Being with someone with more money, being with someone with a higher status, things like that. And the opportunity, which we've spoken about before, putting people in the opportunity to cheat is often not a great situation for a lot of people that are more inclined to do that in the first place. And then we've also got things like risk-taking. Some people just enjoy taking risks, possibly getting caught. They just like the thrill. And then there's a lot of other people who just have completely differing values. Like, there's one person in the relationship and they believe it should be a completely monogamous relationship, and then the other person just doesn't really see that for them. They don't see it as such a serious relationship. They see that they should, be able to do whatever they want as long as they don't get caught. And my personal opinion, of course that cheating's wrong. When you're with someone that you've made an actual commitment to, it's more of a long-term type of relationship, like the relationship that I'm in with my partner, then definitely it's a one-on-one thing. Inviting anyone else into that relationship, especially in a sexual way, is just going to be a big cause of trouble. And at the end of the day, if you want to go cheat on your partner, get some balls and dump them first. It's really not that difficult. If you're not happy and you find there's something that's missing in your life, well, go out and find it. But I find a lot of people, they'll think there's something missing in their life, but they don't want to have to leave their partner, because then they could be getting rid of a good thing. They'd rather stay with their partner, go off, have their little fun on the side, and if they find someone better, then great. But if they don't, then they think, oh, well, fuck it, I'll just go back to my original partner. People are very selfish at the end of the day. And the sort of people that are going to cheat on their partners are very selfish people who actually don't have that strong willpower. Because at the end of the day, that is what it comes down to, is actually having a bit of willpower and actually caring about the person that you're with. And caring about them enough to say, look, I care about that person, that I'm not going to do things that purposefully hurt them. It's really not that difficult. I've been with my partner a long time, and I've been presented with the opportunity to cheat a hell of a lot of times from a hell of a lot of different men. I have had times where I've been quite desired by many willing, eager men, but it's not that hard to put your foot down and say no. And that's been my experience personally. I'm pretty ballsy. If I didn't want to be with my partner, I'd have the balls to go and say it. And I really think people that can go and do this to someone that they apparently care about are pretty low. And if you're one of those people that has been cheated on, I think you really need to have a good hard look at your relationship, the person who cheated on you, and just everything like that, and really decide whether or not if that person is worth trying it with again. Because a lot of people say once a cheater, always a cheater, and I can't really agree with that, because all people are different. But if this is something that has happened to you, all I can suggest is look deep within yourself and you see if this other person really deserves you. Anyway guys, our time's up for today. Like I said, leave your next ideas for the next topic commentary in the comments, vote them up, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye!